Good day to you. I'm Celestino Gaspari. I'm the producer from Valpolicella area. Just more to 35 years that I'm in this sector. I started with my father-in-law when I married at 24 years old. I stayed with him for 11 years. It was the base to my activity to do wine. It was a time when I made wine only with the experience and quality from the vines. It was a very important base to understand what is possible only with the two elements. After this first experience, I go on. The life introduced me in the wine consultant sector. I permitted to start many different wineries, more or less 13, 15 new wineries. For example, Tenuta Sant'Antonio or Marion here in the Valpolicella in the Soave area. In this second step, it was also the important moment because I had the possibility to try all technology and biotechnology that the market suggests at that time. And so in the end, I arrived with a very important experience where for me it's possible to do wine with nothing, only experience and quality for the vines, or to select and use different technology and biotechnology in relation to the harvest, in relation to the variety, in relation to the project or the final idea, wine by wine. In the 1999, I decided to do my first wine for myself. I decided to do this wine because the idea is to see if it's possible to create a very, very important and unique wine. And I decided to do a wine with many different varieties that in the end explain the value to the Verona area. Valpolicella, Soave, Durello, Bardolino, Custosa, etc., etc. The more important variety from the more important position to do a very important wine. The idea it was not to do wine for the market, but to do wine only for my experience, to understand what is possible to do with no compromise, absolutely. And I produced my first vintage of Arlecchino. The Arlecchino mask was the person that adapted itself day by day in relation to the place, the people that he is in front, the symphony, etc. The same situation that I use for when I selected grape for to do wine. And so, in the end, I started with Zymé. I born in the agricultural family, High Mountain, in Verona, Lessinia, at 1,500 high meter. And my family followed at that time the agricultural sector, in particular the animals, the cow, the pig. They made cheese, they made salami, etc. And this was for me my first step of my life and a lesson for my life. I love, since I was the child, all that is connected with the natural life. The natural life is the first teacher for ourselves, because if we put attention, if we put respect with the animals, with the plants, etc., they tell us in the same time what we can or what we cannot do. If we go back 30, 50 years ago, after the Second War, normally the family have the small or big piece of land where they planted the fruit or the vegetables that they need to eat, to go on with the family. In the small parcel, it was normal to put vines, to put trees of cherry or apple or other fruit. Or in the middle, for example, to plant, I don't know, the tomatoes, the green salad, etc. They try to have for all time, for the 12 months that you have in the year, the different products to contain the cost of the life and to have for the family also in the same time the fruit and vegetables or wine or oil extra virgin for the family. In Valpolicella area in particular, in the time they go on with the vines because we have since to the Roman Empire, and then they have also the trees of cherry because it's also the traditional production in the area, is the climate that is perfect for that products. And in the same time also the olive trees. In my winery and farm I have first the production to the grapes for wine, and second I have the olive trees, the plant that they have a minimum 20-30 years to few centuries. Are the trees that I found when I bought the property in the north, east and west to the Verona area. I have two micro areas where today I produce the oil extra virgin. One is in the East Verona and the other one is here in the classic area in Sant'Ambrogio. In the last few years, I decided also to arrive in the end with the oil very, very fresh, where you can find the flowers, where you can find the grass, where you can find the fresh fruit. And I try also to find the company that transform in the same day that me I pick up the fruit or even immediately in the final product that is the oil. In my opinion, I arrive to a very good product. First, you have the color that is fantastic because it's yellow, green, with a very strong consistency and substance. A second, you have the smell that is very fantastic. You have the sensation to eat the tomato when is the step that is green, or the green salad when it's very fresh, when you pick up in the morning very fresh and you clean and you eat immediately, is also a very important present that I have from my passion and my sector, the agricultural system. Today it's trendy to do the product in biodynamic or biological or vegan situation, but we cannot invent in 1 year or in few years. We need a lot of experience, and we need many mistakes, and we need a long time to arrive at very good result. When I was a child, was normally to do this system, because at that time, for example, in the vines we use only the mineral, the fossil product, copper, sulfite, that came from to the quarry, to the cave. I think that if we want the real biological product, we must go back in the system. We must go on more slowly, and we must respect the combination that we can do with different plants and production. It's important to put attention what happens season by season in relation to the different products. Verona area is similar to the big ant from north to south, and you must imagine that the fingers are the hills, and in the middle you find the valleys. In relation to the valley and the position respect to the mountain, you can find different microclimate and you can find different soil. In the west part, we have the climate that is more humid because you have the connection with the Lake Garda and the Monte Baldo mountain, that is the higher mountain in Verona area, and it rains more during the year. In the same time, the soil is more strong because in general came from the volcanic situation. If you go east Verona, change completely, where the valley are more long, where the area is more protected respect to the Lake Garda or the Monte Baldo mountain. And in the same time, you have in the valley more sediment because you have the valley that they started more north to the Padana floor. In this case, the climate is more dry, it rains less respect to the west, and in the same time you have also the soil that is more soft and more light because you have sandstone, you have other material. About to the olive trees, we have in particular the indigenous variety. For example, we have the Perlarola, Moraiolo. These are the varieties that they don't do a lot. 100 kilo of olive fruit, you can produce 7, 8, maximum 10 kilos of final product, oil extra virgin. But these are also the varieties that are permitted to produce a very original and particular oil extra virgin. Since to the Roman Empire, these are the plants that they live in combination with the vines. In particular, in the Valpolicella Classica, we have, in my opinion, three Grand Cru. 3 micro areas where you can find the product that is real different to the general production. One of these is L'Agrola. L'Agrola is the blackbird. This is the micro area that is in the limit from Valpolicella and Val d'Adige in the northwest of Valpolicella Classica in the Sant'Ambrogio district. The soil is in particular the white color, and is the area that the climate is more dry also because you have a very important ventilation that came from to the Adige Valley. I think that the important thing is the sediment, the soil where we have this plant. It's very important area for to do wine, but it's very important area for to do oil, also oil extra virgin. Also in this case we have only 1 hectare of olive trees. Oil that is fantastic because it's very fragrant and in my opinion good for to use in combination with the vegetables or meat. Sorry for my English, that is also limited. 10 years ago or 15 years ago to learn English because I thought that it's okay to produce a very good wine or very good oil, but it's also important to transmit this message and to understand what the consumer wants. Good.